what I believe is that everybody has a purpose that their soul came to earth to carry out. And in fact, most of us never even come to understand that. And those that do, few actually discover what their purpose is. And of those that discover it, even fewer truly align and live it.
So that's like the 2% in this world that actually do align.
Yeah, that actually understand their purpose and really work to align themselves with it and live that purpose.
And when someone feels that is a whole nother level of understanding because the body and the mind and gets in alignment with that purpose.
Yes, exactly. You know, when you have that going, you have your mind, body, heart, and soul all aligned.
Okay.
That is what. Hey, there's a friend, Linka. Hello, Linka.
Hello, everybody.
We got to know what is the purpose in happiness, and how do you feel today, Linka?
I feel perfect. I feel, how I can explain. I feel amazing. It's no word.
Would I expect any other answer from you two? I mean, you guys are always in that state of mind.
Yes, because I don't want to go in the other level anymore. So.
Well, you're just eating all this up then, aren't you? You love it.
Yes.
It's good.
And that's great.
So what is not to love it?
It's like eating a good meal, huh?
Yes.
Every day.
Every day, every moment, almost.
That is good. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you being here.
Yes, it's great to have you back again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Frank, stay around. We still want you here, man.
Yeah.
Even jump on.
Yes, Frank, jump on. Feel free. We'd love to hear from you. Or we're just getting into the meat of the matter if you really
we just need to have you jump on, give us your thoughts, and
that's okay.
Enjoy it.
We are here for everybody anytime. So we can just continue on. Okay, so to get back to this purpose, see, there is something more to purpose than most of us understand. It's not only about the way you do things and the way you be things, but in purpose is where we find our deepest meaning. And I don't know if you're aware of the Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning. Oh, Robert, you have gone quiet. Your lips are flapping, ain't nothing coming out. Now you're back. Okay. So,
no, I have not read that book.
Okay, so it's a great little book. But what the point that he makes is that meaning is really the most important thing that mankind really is seeking. And when you connect with meaning, then that is the most fulfilling part of living. And so we got to get past the idea of money and consumption, because that is not meaning. Meaning is purpose. And so being purposeful is just a very fulfilling way of living. But being purposeful means knowing what your purpose is and aligning with it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of the things that is most fundamental to me in my way of living, is that I serendipitously discovered my purpose in 2002. I've told the story here many times of how I made my decision in 2001 to give up the troubles and the conflict and the strife that I was living with. And I decided to get happy again no matter what. And when that happens, you make a commitment like that, then the universe moves in your favor. So early in 2002, I went to a conference for a different reason. I actually went there to learn about NLP modeling. And
I like that.
Yeah. And the guy who was teaching that, the model that he used to teach us was called the meaningful existence model. And to have a meaningful existence, according to this model, you must be both purposeful and connected. So on that day, I discovered my purpose for living, which is to show people that you can be both happy and successful. And
wow,
I am connected to everybody that wants a happier world, because that's my contribution to a happier world. So that purpose has been really helping me over the years since then to be fulfilled and really feel satisfied with the deep meaning I'm providing by spreading that example around.
So what are some of the feelings that come up for you on a daily basis?
Well, like I've talked about here before, you know, when I always keep my new achievement list, and every time I tick one thing off on that, I just feel so warm inside. I feel excited that, hey, it's one more step. It feels great. And then,
what about your family, though? How do you feel around your family before? I mean, obviously, 2002, you shifted that. So what's that shift in the feelings?
Well, it's from the conflict to the understanding that everybody is different. We all have our gifts to contribute. We all have our weaknesses that we don't want to focus on. We want to focus on what we're good at. Let's figure out who's good at what, and let's all work together. So what this does is it gets people working together instead of against each other. So the fundamental unhappiness comes from working against people. The fundamentals of happiness comes from working with people. So as I help people more and more, like, there's nothing I love better than seeing my coaching clients come alive with the truth of their own being. You know, that is so satisfying, so fulfilling. And every time I get paid that way, I sometimes forget to ask for the money. Hey, Science Pete, welcome. Glad to see you join us. But this deep fulfillment of meaning, nothing can replace that. It is just the most fundamental, most happiest, most productive, most rewarding way of living that I have ever encountered, despite the many, many adventures I've been on.
Hey Pete, jump on here. Gary.
Yeah, we'd be happy to have you join us here, Pete. Give us some of your science knowledge.
So the next part of the feeling part of it is something that people could actually resonate with on a daily basis if they get in touch with those feelings that they could express. You know, if they're happy feelings, they can be expressed. They can express to your loved one. You say to your loved one that, you know, how much you appreciate them every day, how much you are thankful for the things that they've contributed to your life.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Because another fundamental part of happiness is gratitude, right? So what we're grateful for, what we appreciate, gets bigger in our life. So the more we're grateful for our wife and our children or our husband or, you know, our helpers, whether they're extended family or whatever, the more we're appreciative, the better and better things get. So
because it builds, that appreciation builds inside of you. It becomes a thankful surrounding. People want to be around that because they know they're going to get kudos for it, or some sort of thanks or appreciation for themselves for being around.
Appreciated. Everybody wants to be recognized, acknowledged, and loved.
Yeah,
and people that feel they're not lovable, they'll often go for attention.
So they'll go and knock somebody down or say something like,
they act in a disruptive way just to get attention because they don't feel lovable, so they crave attention instead. It doesn't matter whether it's good attention or bad attention.
They go watch television while the other person does the dishes. You never understand that. I never understood that one.
Why not work together?
Yeah, we don't want to do this together, but yeah, what's that all about? I don't want to do that job. And nobody wants to do any job.
It's not about doing the job. That's not the point. The point is, what does that job give me? Do I want that? Do I want to live in a clean environment? Do I want the dishes to be ready when I want them? Or do I want to have to dig through a pile, wash off one dish, and then...
So change the perspective. Changing the perspective leads to gratitude in your own heart and understanding. People want to know, oh, you're going to pitch in anyway, but you're going to be there with a grateful heart.
Yeah.
And that's a different way of being, because every day and each and every day people are always looking for, or saying something about you or someone else behind your back. That's just destroying the relationship over and over and over again.
That's right. So every time we're working against somebody, whether it's criticism or ignoring and avoiding, or whether it's actual fighting, or whether it's gossiping behind their back, anytime we're working against people, we're going down into the pit of negativity. Every time we're working to help people, we're going up the ladder of positivity. And happiness is positivity.
We think, we say how simple of, yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. Decide what you want, but you're working for it.
Yeah, so we need to just understand that we have our purpose a lot of times is just to stay in that happiness, even under strained circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the beauty of really understanding our purpose, is that makes it easy to deal with adversity in a positive way, because you see it as an opportunity to express your purpose. And everybody's purpose that I've ever done always has to do with the way that they help other people. And so we have our ways, and my way is happiness and success. So that's why I love coaching people to let go of the strife that they have within their families, within their work environment, and really helping them to build a better environment around them, which all starts inside and then moves out.
It all starts inside.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times people could have a relationship, but that part of them that doesn't resonate with if they are not staying in a positive state of mind, they're destroying their state. They're destroying the relationship that they have with their friends and family around them.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Exactly. This whole idea of competition, right? I'm better than you.
Right.
Oh, really? Thank you. Tell me more.
So thank you and telling me more. So if we would just understand that we're in a state of mind of always appreciating that person, like saying thank you, even if they said you're an SOB.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. What else? Yeah.
Can you help me understand exactly what I did or didn't do that gave you that impression?
That's pretty funny. I mean, we're starting to, the other person's starting to bubble up inside, and the flames are starting to come out the ear.
Exactly.
I am going to attack.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's just the water on the flame, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, so then no one feels good about it. But if you can pump them up and appreciate them and say, beautiful, hey, you smell really good today. You look gorgeous. I love those earrings you have on.
Yeah. Or even,
Lydia, I love your smile.
Thank you.
So give me the benefit of what you've observed about me.
Thank you, Linky. I mean, you are always on this blab. You're laughing, you're smiling, you're saying yes, yes, yes. I don't even get a bad vibe from you.
No, there's no bad vibes.
No bad vibe. Yes,
there's no
bad vibe. That's the reason I
am here. You crack me up.
Yeah,
you really do.
Well, this is another thing that people don't understand, right? You don't have to do love. You can be love. So I think Linka is love.
Yes, I think so, love. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's coming from inside.
Yes, it's coming from the inside.
Yeah, and it just flows out naturally. You don't have to push it out. You don't have to
I don't
think about what to do. Hello, Mohammed. Welcome. Good to see you here.
Yeah, it's been a while. A couple of days.
We're talking about purpose and the value of meaning, and how when we align with our purpose, it gives us all kinds of fulfillment and deep-seated meaning and purposefulness. And this is a happy feeling, and this helps us on our way as we go through our days.
Wow.
Yes.
The purpose and the deep feelings are more profound when we are constantly in the exercising that happiness. It doesn't just happen every day, because especially if we've been growing up with a lot of negativity in our life, we have a lot more work to overcome some of those obstacles, that those repetitious thoughts that are almost programmed in our minds, or are programmed in our minds to automatically say in a daily basis. They're not very kind, and we have to interrupt those thoughts and those things.
So one way to go about it is to interrupt, and the other is just to let them float by, because we don't have to own them. We are not our thoughts. We are more than our thoughts, because they're my thoughts, right? And I cannot be what I possess.
You cannot be what you possess.
Can't be my shirt. Can't be my computer. Can't be my car. Possession is separation from me. Right? So anything I possess cannot be me. If it's me, I don't possess it. I am it. So if they're my thoughts, then they're not me. So I can just be their observer. I can just say, oh, I see you there. That's not what I believe. I see you there. I hear you there. I feel you there. But that's not me. More than that.
Right.
I am so much more than that.
And that's just reaffirming, and that's when we recognize that managing our thoughts, controlling our, I know it seems a little, is it controlling our mind? Can you actually go to say it's controlling our mind and our thoughts?
It's not controlling.
Because you said let the thoughts pass me by.
Dharmendra, welcome. So I don't try to control my mind. What I do is I work to create harmony within me at all times. Harmony within me and around me. So if I have, God, it's been a long time since I've had a conflict. So now let me remember. But if there's something that I want to be better at, then I welcome that part of me or that idea within me that is dysfunctional to some degree compared to what I want. Right? So I welcome it as an old friend. Hey, I so welcome you into my awareness because I bless you. You've been with me all these many years, working away and doing what it is you do. I would like to know what you would like to know better.
Got it.
And I work with my mind. So I work with these ideas, whether they're helpful or unhelpful from my perspective. I work with them. I treat them with respect and I treat them with gratitude. So I'm very thankful for their being there because they're helping me to wake up. And who doesn't want to be wide awake?
Well, we do want to be wide awake.
Yeah, exactly. So they're, even if they're really dysfunctional, like severe pain, severe disease, and things like that, they are there to wake us up.
So, you know, there's a lot of paraliminals out there that go past your conscious mind to your subconscious mind and reprogram.
Yes.
So, how do they work to bring out that happiness in that purpose in you? Because a lot of times, especially the purpose and happiness, and how do you feel? So how do some of those programs work on your conscious mind related to your subconscious mind? It says it bypasses your conscious mind and it programs your subconscious mind. So tell me a little bit about, does that really work?
Okay, so the subconscious is a power of magnitude more powerful than the conscious mind. So what is happening in our world is much more about the subconscious mind than it is about the conscious mind. So
yeah,
then it's
but our conscious mind programs the subconscious.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
But some of this old programming is still running, right?
Exactly.
And we don't always know what is running it that's not working for us.
So some of those things could be residue from our past.
Yeah. In fact, all of them will be. So welcome.
Now you're tired. Now you're messed up.
Welcome to today. Be today.
Wow.
Yeah. But remember,
so we're not always
that all hurts, all limitations, all negativity, all has a lesson in it.
Yeah.
It all has wisdom, and the worse it is, the bigger the wisdom. So there is great opportunity in all this stuff. So why would you fight it? You know, it's the greatest opportunity you ever had. Like all this conflict that I had with my family. You know, that is the greatest gift I could have ever been given because it spurred me on to study and learn and experiment and trial and do everything that made me the permanently happy, purposeful man I am today. That is the biggest gift anybody could have ever given me. Because without that, I'd have just been living my life from the outside in, you know, over consuming and thinking it was all about money and stuff, and you know that love always came from other people, and questioning myself and dealing with sickness and all that kind of stuff. Except
then you actually took the knowledge you've learned, reprogram your mind so you're the conscious thoughts that are repetitious, and some of the lessons from your past, which would be around your family and how they really sometimes, some of those are traumas, so that you have to go in and root those traumas out of there and reprogram in a conscious way what you really wanted.
But I don't fight with them, right? I'm not trying to dig them out. Because everything in the subconscious has a positive purpose.
Mhm.
It's trying to get us something that it really wants, but it doesn't really understand how to do that. See, the subconscious, if you think of it like, the soldiers on a battlefield, they just carry out the orders of the general, right? The general says, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. And the colonel does, and so on and so forth. But they just do. But of course, if the general went out there and tried to do it himself, he'd get slaughtered in a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
So you need the two parts. So you can think of it the same way as your conscious and your subconscious. But if the soldiers have been trained in a different way than the new general, then he says, do this, they're not going to get it, right? They're going to keep on doing things in the way that they've learned because it's habitual.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's going to really take an effort to get them retrained in that specific way. So it's not that they're bad soldiers. It's that you are working on a retraining program. They're human.
Right.
And humans don't normally change on a dime. Unless you use the magic of NLP.
There's other forms than NLP.
Yeah, there are other forms. You're right. It's my favorite. Yeah.
Well, that's a good
Hey,
thing.
there's Van Slieger. My prayer every day is the Lord to deliver me from me. Let me suggest that what you really want is to heal you. And so therefore, an example of using NLP. Yeah, I'll get there in just a minute. So doing that is delivering us from us is like saying, I want to be loved, but I'm not loved. So the idea is to heal all the internal hurts and to become love. So this is the whole idea. So you want to be delivered from your ego by your soul, which is your spiritual connection. So what I would suggest is that you take up the practice of learning to love yourself.
Because if you're learning to love yourself,
yeah. So
for learning to like to expand, learning to love yourself is just that repetitious thought is saying, I appreciate myself for eating good or exercising well today. I thank myself. I give myself permission to like myself in those kinds of ways. Eating better, instead of smoking 20 cigarettes a day, I smoked 5.
Yeah.
And you just appreciate
I drank more water than coffee, and
that kind of thing. So you got it, those little tiny. Yeah.
And I did what was really good for me to do. I served myself well. Live, love, happiness is my motto. That's a great motto. I love it. Hey, and there's Julie Stokes. Welcome as well. Hey, look coming on board. Happy. Yeah. Okay, so an example of NLP. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And so neuro is the mind, language is the language of the mind, and programming is how the language of our mind programs us to be and to behave and to feel like we do. So an example is think inside your head about somebody you really love and notice how you're thinking about them. You see a picture. Is it a still, or is it a movie, or is it black, or is it white? Now, think of somebody you really don't like. or something you really don't like. And notice how you know you're thinking about that. It will be a picture. Will it be black and white? Will it be a movie? How big will it be? How far away or close will it be? Will it be in the same location? So what you'll notice is that between those two things, there are very distinct what we call submodalities. And what that means is that, you know, one might be a movie, probably the one that you like is more likely to be a movie, to be color,
romance,
to be close. And the one you don't like is more likely to be further away and smaller, more grainy, more black and white, more still, those kind of things. So the way that is coded is how your brain knows to generate the feeling that goes with that. So if you think again of the person that you really love, and let's just play with it for a little minute. Allow it to get a little bit bigger or a little bit brighter or a little bit more clear or a little bit more colorful. And notice what happens to the feelings. And you can
get better.
You can choose to keep it that way, or you can choose to let it go back to where it was. I give you that choice now. That is a very little part of NLP.
But that's probably the most powerful part.
Not even close.
I mean,
not
really.
even close.
I mean, if you,
Nope.
not even
Nope.
close. But I mean, that's such a simple
I know,
thing.
it is so simple when you know.
And 90% of the people don't even get that part.
It's so simple that people don't know.
They don't know. They just
You
don't
got to
know.
take training and
But-
practice it in order to know.
Yeah, they got to think that they're going to get some sort of piece of knowledge somewhere else. It's going to get them $1 more in their pocket.
But I use these skills to heal the body. I use them to heal habits. I use them to heal the past. It's just great fun to have these tools.
There is nice tools. There's great tools out there. That's why I was wondering about the paraliminals.
Yeah, so let me talk more about the paraliminals. So the paraliminals, if I understand them correctly, the ones that I've used have actually been converting both the conscious and the subconscious. So there's two things going on. One is aimed at the conscious mind. The other is aimed at the subconscious mind, but they are both aimed at bettering the one that they're aimed at. So it's not that you have to sneak your way by.
That's what I was thinking of doing.
It's that you want them both to be aligned on the new way of being that you're aimed at. So it's important to work on both and to bring them all together. So when you have, you know how you fight inside, you have your left and your right, your little devils or your little angels or whatever you have.
Yeah.
That is your conscious mind and your subconscious.
No, I didn't quite think. Okay.
That's what it
Oh, go. Is
So
what it is.
bringing them together, which is actually fairly simple when you know how, bringing them together to do something even better for both of them is really great. And when you do that, then you bring more and more harmony into you. And then you do less and less fighting. And we've talked so many times about how fighting is wasteful, whether you do it inside or outside.
Yeah, and but we also, but that because that when our fighting stops, those are becoming more in alignment. Your subconscious and your conscious are becoming more in alignment of who you are and what your purpose and the feeling for that purpose.
Yes.
That you have for your inside for yourself.
Yeah, and then you get to laugh and have fun and be productive.
Yeah, because now when you're constantly laughing, you're constantly reinforcing that alignment.
Yes, that's really helpful when you're grateful for the changes that you're getting, when you're grateful for your new and better results, when you're really thankful for everybody and everything around you, it all just helps and helps and helps.
Right. It doesn't mean that you're going to get less, or less money or more money. In many cases, you'll get more money because you're feeling better and you're understanding and clearer. You got a clearer purpose of what you're supposed to be doing here.
So here's a question. Do you think I have to laugh to be happy? No, you do not have to laugh to be happy, but you cannot laugh and not get happy. Even if you fake it, it makes you feel better. But the happy side of living is the positive side. So the positive side starts with optimism, and it goes all the way up to high bliss. So anywhere on there is a happy feeling. It's when you cross the bridge of caring. So if you are caring, then you're optimistic that things can get better. When you cross the bridge of caring and you don't care anymore, then you're at the door to negativity, which is apathy and pessimism. So when you're apathetic and pessimistic, then you get less active and you start to sink down into the pit of negativity. So the idea is always to care and never to be less than optimistic, and then you're always happy. But as you're being happy, you do tend to laugh more.
Yes.
But the truth is, I don't laugh all the time. Like, I get a huge kick out of helping people out like this, and that makes me laugh a lot. But I don't laugh all day like this. When I'm working, I'm just working, but I'm feeling great inside.
I like what I think his name is Walter. I get happy when I'm creating my art and when I'm looking and thinking about what I have created.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
and this goes back to meaning, because in my view, the meaning of life is learning, developing, and creating. So when you create something, you feel good. It's really great feeling to create music, to create a piece of art, to create something with wood, to create something with metal. Whatever is your medium, it feels awesome always to create, and you get to feel good about it more and more and more over time because you do more of it, you get better at it, and you have more and more examples that every time you think about them makes you feel good. So good on you. Creating is an awesome way to feel good.
Yeah, art is, because a lot of expression can be in that.
Exactly.
There's tons of expression.
And so is teaching. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because different ways of teaching. I mean, this is teaching. We're teaching here, finding unique ways to deliver a message that relates to happiness. How in the world does somebody do that?
Yeah.
And because we have experienced different things in our life, and I like this. Look at this. Walter says,
wow.
I have 220,000 images online and 200,000 on my computer to upload, and I have created new images.
Wow, every day. Good for you. You must feel awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I know. I want to see those images. I'm always looking for content.
Good for you. That's
I need to get a hold of you because I really want to get a hold of you, Walter, because you got content and you got pictures, because pictures say 1,000 words. So that's why we use it in social media. That's why we use it
no kidding,
in making,
Yeah,
that's
a great idea. So connect with us then and share some of your content. We'll be glad to publicize it.
I will. I'll click on it. I'll make. I followed you, so follow me back, and we'll get Walter. Really,
awesome.
I'm impressed because images say 1,000 words.
And here we are, people helping people.
Exactly. And you can help a lot of people with those images. With 200,000 images, I think we got a couple.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, so when you connect with purposeful living, it doesn't look any different on the outside. But my God, it feels better on the inside. When you connect with that, you are really becoming the you that is authentic, that is creative, that is productive, that is healthy, that is fit, that is collaborative, that sleeps well, that works well, that loves well.
And you notice, I notice when that shift has happened with me, and thanks to you, Stephen, as well, that a lot of the people around me have shifted as well. Their thoughts and their ways of being, they have shifted their thoughts and their ways of being. And it really does fills my heart up. And to know that, because you know that makes a huge difference with the people that are close to you. But now you got a big, audience.
You know what? That reminds me of a guy I was coaching the other day. When we were done, he said, "I think my heart grew 10 sizes today."
And I actually believe it does.
Hey, thanks for your comment.
I actually think it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can grow our hearts each and every day, and that was such a life of my prior life was not like that.
No.
Most of the time was, I mean, you give your story, but my story is the same way. I mean, for a lot of years, it was like, how much work are we doing today? We haven't been on 20 hours today, so we're not working. More work.
But hey, here's a little plug. If you want to understand purpose, then there's a whole chapter on it here, and the whole process that I discovered my purpose with, and that I help other people find their purpose with. So I would highly recommend this book, Happiness Works. Get yours here. And then if you want some help with that, then I just love helping people find their purpose. I was doing some of that last week, and I'm still doing it again this week. So it's really great to help people connect with their purpose, because that brings a huge meaning into it. And on that day when I discovered my purpose for living, it was what I call enlightening in the literal sense. Like I felt so much lighter, like a burden had been shifted off me, because I didn't have to wonder who I was anymore, or why I did all the stupid things that I did. Everything in my past, that was the other part of the enlightening, was everything in my past suddenly made sense. It was all lining up, and I went, oh, now I see how that was all meant to flow. And now I get it.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you get to understanding that you can have at least 10% or 20% of your day feeling really good, and you can move it to 50%, 60%, 70%.
Yeah.
God bless America. God bless the world.
God bless the world. The universe. And then I have this little universe that I always keep with me. My clicker, where I click my happy moments. I calculated the average again today, because I do that on Saturdays.
Oh, you
and
do.
It's over 470 a day now.
See, I love that so much. It's because it's so crazy.
I know.
Hey, I'm doing a clicker every day, and I got 470 clicks, and I'm supposed to be happy every click I'm doing it. But now I'm honestly at 470. Yeah, it does. I know. It doesn't necessarily need to be a clicker, but there's other things that do the same thing.
Yeah, there are. I did actually
Yeah.
once send an email to Fitbit suggesting that they add this an awesomeometer feature to their thing, but they never replied.
I don't think they get the connection yet.
They don't get it, but someday they will.
Or when they get, we'll laugh about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're coming up on 3 o'clock. Does anybody have any more questions or have anything they want to say before we close off for the day? Because I've had a really great time here today, and I hope you have too, as the whole thing is designed to be helpful.
Well,
So I am also grateful.
It doesn't look like it.
do you have any closing statements, Lincoln?
Yes, I am grateful for everything what happened with me, because if don't happen, I won't be in this stage now. But I am so grateful.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Lenka.
Yeah.
So what
Yep.
I would like to close with is wishing everybody to discover and align with your purpose, because purposeful living is the highest form of living that I have discovered. Because purposeful living is loving living and living loving.
Woohoo!
Very nice.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Very happy Halloween.
Happy
Yes.
Halloween.
Okay, let's
Don't eat
laugh
too
our
much
way
sugar
out and
now.
we'll see you on Monday. Yay!
Love you all.
Take care, stay well. Have fun. I'm Steve White.
I'm Robert Allen. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart.